Here on this Monday, John Jenkinson with you. Let's go straight to the corn market where we saw a little bit of maybe a little bit of reversal from where we were at last night on the overnight trade, because December corn is up 3.5, 368 3/4. March is up 4 pennies. The soybean market for November down 6 now. We've come off of some of the earlier lows at 966.5, but what a trading range. We've got the January down 6 1/4. And it went all the way down to 995, got all the way up to 111 1/4. Again, just a lot of wild swings here. Now, in the wheat market, that market too has found some strength here today, like corn did, and from the overnight from being lower. Now, December wheat in Chicago is up 6 cents. It's trading at 5.50 1/4. Kansas City December wheat up 6 3/4. It's at 4.82. And for the December Minneapolis wheat, we're up 3/4 at 5.30 1/2. The cotton market for the December contract is up 16 points at 66.11. And here with us is Todd Horwitz, and he is with Bubba Trading. Todd, it's good to talk to you today. One of the things that you have a great talent for is following the money, where the money flow is going. So can you kind of expand on that? And the reason I ask that is because I was looking at some of the information of the contracts here, and you go to soybeans, over 211,000 contracts long. Corn, we're long by 95,000 in some. These are big numbers.
Yeah, John, they are, and good morning. You know, look, right now we've got, obviously corn and wheat are still very strong, as you can see by the reversals we saw this morning. However, soybeans have started to give up a little bit of those earlier gains and that great rally they were showing us, and have now weakened a little bit. Now, they're at pretty key levels here, but they did show some nice resilience this morning, bouncing off of those earlier lows. Now, obviously, we've still got a couple hours to go in the day, but the one thing about today that's a little bit different than any other day is that it's Yom Kippur, so it's a Jewish holiday, and a lot of guys are not trading, so it does change some of the market complexion. So today's action may be a little distorted by lighter than normal volume. But overall, we're with the beans and look a little bit weak, and we're a little concerned there. Corn and wheat still look very, very strong and very, very solid. We look for those to continue to go higher.
The dollar's down 332 points at 94.350. Is that a player in this at all?
I don't think so, John. I think the dollar's just, listen, it's had a huge rally from 92 back over 94, close to 95. We expected a little bit of a pullback. I think if it holds 94, it will continue to go higher on the upside. And I think that is this is more of a relief in the dollar. You can see the global markets rallying very hard today and exploding higher, which again is on very light volume, so it's not exciting, but it does create people to react to different markets, and they know that if our equities are big, then the dollar should be selling off a little bit, and that's what they're doing right now.
And speaking of some of those outside markets, let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Right now, it's up 469 points at 27,512. Checking some of those other markets, the S&P 500 index is up 10 right now. And the NASDAQ is up 98. Todd, stay right there. We'll come back in just a moment. More with Todd Horwitz at Bubba Trading right after this. USDA just released its cutout information here at midday, and we show where the beef is on the mixed side, with the choice up $1.67, but the selects down 58 cents. Let's go to the pork cutouts now. That's where the carcasses are up $5.72, the ham's up $9.52, the belly's up $21.12 at $171.28, but the loin's down $1.20. There goes that belly market again, taking a run at looks like $200. We've been there once before already so far this year. Now over on the futures, and we'll go to the live cattle here. This is where things are a little bit firmer. October up 27 at 107.85, December up 22. The February up 22. We've got optimism here following that cattle on feed report, Todd.
John, as you know, I put very little stock into the reports that come out, but the price action has been pretty solid the last couple of weeks. We've been slightly negative, the cattle markets, over the last couple of weeks, but they've done a real good job of holding some strong support, and I would expect them to start going back up again. So although I'm still slightly negative, I'm more concerned against being negative. I do think that the price action has been very, very bullish, actually, and then it does look like we're going to start to go higher. And I think that's what we will see. And if we do start to go higher, I think the rally is going to be very strong and very solid. However, it's still the case of breaking out of this very tight range that they've been trading in for the last 3-4 weeks. Once we get out, if we can get out to the upside, I think we can look for a very good holiday season. If not, then we can continue to struggle in this consolidation band. But overall, I like them, although I'm a little bit negative until I can see them break to the upside.
Okay. Over in the feeder cattle market, earlier things were just a little bit on the weak side, and they are for the deferred contracts, but October's up 12 at 140.45, November's up 20 at 140.35, but January is down 5, and March and April also on the weaker side here. In the hog complex, we've got the October up 90, but the December is down 52, the February down 70 at 68.77. So, Todd, over in the protein complex as a whole, do you get the feeling that we still need to work on opening these restaurants, getting people back out, going to restaurants, consuming these products?
Well, that would certainly help, John. I mean, I think we've done a really solid job of holding prices without going much lower based on what is going on in over half the economy. But I do see hogs are very strong, and we're still very positive on hogs. And in fact, the way they're trading suggests there's a lot more room to go to the upside. I think if we start to see a sudden switch and more start to open, I think all these prices could probably explode higher, because I think that's what everybody's kind of waiting for and kind of building onto, but they haven't gotten too carried away as they have done in equities, trying to assume how good the markets will be once we get there.
Well done, Mr. Horwitz. Always appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hope you have a great afternoon. Back to you, Christina.